We will be solving the same problem that we have solved in the previous video, but in a different way. So let us see if we will arrive with the same answer. Okay, here's your problem. There are two numbers whose sum is 36. One number is twice the other. What are the numbers? Okay, if you can still remember, we have used the second sentence to represent and relate in the previous video. And we use the first sentence for the equation. Now we will interchange them. We will use the first sentence to represent and relate, and the second sentence will be used for the equation. Okay, let's start with there are two numbers whose sum is 36. Are we going to represent this? Okay, if we have this type of sentences, we usually represent x. We let x as the first number. Okay, that will be our first number. Now, how will we get the second number? Okay, for a brief review, let us have this one. Say we have two numbers with a total of 30. And we have here the first and the second number. If my first number is 5, what will be the second number? That when we add the two numbers, the result is 30. Okay, that will be 25. Now, if I have 10 as the first number, what will be the second number? That when added will result to 30. Correct. That will be 20. What if the first number is 12? What will be the second number? Okay, 18. Now, the question is, how did we get the second number given the first numbers? Anyone? Okay, we subtracted the first number from 30. Let's check. 30 minus 5 is 25. 30 minus 10 is 20. And 30 minus 12 is 18. Okay. So, just remember, to get the second number, we subtract the first number from 30. So now, if our first number is x, or unknown, so what will be the second number? Okay, remember, we will subtract the first number from 30. So we will now subtract 30 minus x. 30 minus x. 30 is a constant and x is a variable. So we cannot combine them. So they will remain as 30 minus x. So our first number is x. The second number. So going back to the problem, our total is 36. So if x is the first number, the second number is the total minus the first number, which is x. So our total is 36 minus x. This is the second number. Okay. So that is our representation. Now, for the equation, we will use the second sentence. The second sentence says one number is twice the other. What are the numbers? Okay. In this representation, it is much better if we identify the smaller and the bigger number. So we will use this as the bigger. So later we can interchange, we can make the first one as the bigger, and we will see if we arrive at the same answer. So now, the bigger number, we will reword the second sentence. The bigger number is twice the other. Or 2 times the smaller is equal to the bigger number. So what is our bigger number? Okay, 36 minus x is twice the smaller. The word is means equal. Twice, that means 2 times the smaller. What is our smaller number? X. So 2 times x. So now we have the equation 36 minus x is equal to 2x. Now let's find the solution. Solve for the solution. So in working equations like this, where you have two variables on the left and the right, we will combine them, or we will place them on one side. It does not necessarily mean that we will always bring those on the right to the left. So the secret here is that you are going to compare the two. We have 2x and negative x. Which is bigger? Okay, 2x is bigger. So our secret here is to transfer the smaller to the other side, the smaller value. So we will always end up with a positive answer. Okay. So usually in algebra, we use the APE. APE means addition property of equations, wherein if the operation is addition or subtraction, we will add the additive inverse. So the inverse of negative is positive. So we will add here positive x. So if you add positive x on the left, you will also add positive x on the right. So our result will be 36. Negative plus positive, they will become 0. 1 negative and 1 positive will become 0. So, and here we have 2 plus 1, we have 3x. So we have now 3x is equal to 36, or 36 is equal to 3x. So the one that I told you before is known as transposing. We will transpose or transfer the smaller value to the right. So in transposing, the sign here, if this is negative, that will become positive. So that will become 2x plus x. So we have 2x plus x is also 3x. And what remains on the left side is 36. Okay, I will rewrite that. 36 minus x is equal to 2x. Transposing this, we will have 36 minus I equals 2x plus x. So we have here like sign, so we will add 2 plus 1. We have an invisible 1 here. So that will become 3x, and we have 36 on the left. Now, 3x means 3 times x. Our goal here is to have only x here. So how do we remove 3? Okay, we will divide this by 3. So that 3 divided by 3 will become 1. So we have x with the invisible 1. If you divide 3 on the right side, you will also divide 3 on the other side. So we will now have 36 divided by 3 is 12. Okay, 12 is equal to x. We can just interchange this without changing the sign. So the answer or the value of x is 12. Okay, So now we have the value of x, which is 12. You can also write this on this part. So let's have the first number is equal to 12. Now we are going to find the second number, which is 36 minus x. So let's have 36 minus x. We have the value of x, which is 12. So 36 minus 12 is equal to 24. Now we have the second number, which is 24. Okay, 12 and 24. So, did we arrive with the same answer as the previous video? Yes. So, do we still have to check it? No. We can use the same checking. You can check the answers against the conditions. Now, what we are going to do is we will interchange the two. As I said earlier, we made this one as the bigger, 36 minus x. So, to compare, let x be the bigger number. So, because we have 36 minus x earlier as the bigger. So, okay. So, x is the first number, so the other number is 36 minus x. And this will become the smaller number. We will check if our answer is the same with 12 and 24. Okay. We will use the second sentence. The bigger number is twice the smaller. So, the bigger number is x and is. Okay. Twice means 2 times the smaller. Our smaller is 36 minus x, so we will enclose this in the parentheses. 36 minus x. So now we have a different equation. The x equals 2 times the quantity 36 minus x, where before we have 36 minus x equals 2x. To solve for the value of x, we will, if we have a constant number outside the parentheses, we will distribute it to each term. And that is called distributive property over addition or subtraction. In this case, we have 36 minus x. So, we will copy x equals 2 times 36 is 72. 2 times negative x is negative 2x. Now, we will do what we did earlier. If we have variables on both sides, we are going to compare them. Negative 2x and x, which is bigger. Okay, x is bigger, so we will transpose negative 2x. So if you are comparing positive and negative, the positive is always bigger than the negative. Now we will have x plus 2x is equal to 72. X plus 2x is 3x, then it's equal to 72. What we did earlier, yes, we divide this by 3 and this by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have here x is equal to 72 divided by 3 is 24. Okay. Our x earlier is 12, now we have 24. Why? Okay, if you have reached this part of the video, please comment the answer. Okay. Please comment the answer on the comment section. Okay. Why? Because our x in the previous is the first number or the smaller number. In this solution solving or in this process, we use x as the bigger. So the bigger number in our answer is 24. Now we have 24. It means we have the same answer. So if we have x equals 24, we will have the other number. 36 minus x is 36 minus 24. 36 minus 24 is 12. So our bigger number is 24 and the smaller number is 12. So we arrived at the same answer. We had two solutions now plus one on the previous video. So we already have 3 in just one problem. So you can use any of them. So if you can master this, you can easily identify which is easier to use. Like this one, we use this 36 minus x for the bigger number. So you will no longer be multiplying it by 2 like this one. So if we use it as the smaller number, we arrive at 72, which is bigger. So this is much easier. Okay. Thank you. If you have questions, please comment on the comment section.